Hello everybody, it's your favorite hero Chris Nest here with another reaction video. This time I'm catching up on Death Battle. Now I'm gonna be real here. I know about this one because it kinda got spoiled for me. I don't know the winner. So don't worry about that. Winner's not been spoiled or anything like that. However, there has been a slight problem. My friend told me the animation for this one was actually really bad. Now, I know he tends to exaggerate, so I'm not sure if it's going to be that bad, but we'll see. But it's Zuko versus Todoroki. Oh god, another Avatar fight. I'm going to be real with y'all. I know Avatar can get really ridiculous, and I don't think there's been enough My Hero stuff to properly scope out what Todoroki is capable of, because we haven't seen all that much of him in terms of fighting. Like I'm calling it now that most of his feats are coming from the school games. I forgot what they're called. It's been a while since I watched a couple seasons, but I'm gonna call it now. Zuko's going to end up winning this, despite I would personally like Todoroki to win. I'm just going off what I know. And I know Avatar is ridiculous. I remember Zuko eventually turned from villain to good guy, ended up teaching Aang fire. Forgot what it's called. Firebending. Yeah, firebending. God, it's been so long since I watched Avatar. But guys, I know I'm dragging on too long. If you haven't seen the original, go watch it, then come back here and watch it with me. With that being said, Boomstick, roll us with that sponsor.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you
I
by
wish I
Miller
was
Lite.
sponsored.
The world is obviously a bit strange right now, but beer makes it better, like an ice-cold, delicious Miller Lite.
Cheers to staying safe, keeping in touch, and great tasting beer.
Miller Lite, great taste with only 96 calories and 3.2 carbs. However you and your friends are enjoying Miller time this summer, you can have the original light beer delivered by going to MillerLite.com/battle to find the delivery options near you.
Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Alright. I wish I was sponsored though.
With all those cool anime heroes out there, there's bound to be plenty
Okay
with
then,
angsty
so let's see
daddy
here.
issues.
You mean like you?
Yeah, don't be silly,
Low blow.
Wes. I'm not an anime character. Like Prince Zuko, the firebending hunter of the Avatar, The Last Airbender.
And Shoto Todoroki, the prodigal son of fire and ice from My Hero Academia.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, I thought the fight was going to be 3D for a minute there.
Earth, fire,
And we're doing this.
air. The four elemental nations once coexisted peacefully. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, the cranky old Fire Lord went and conquered basically the whole world.
And 100 years later, the equally powerful Master of Fire Ozai continued that tyranny. Many believed his rule would one day pass to either his daughter Azula or his son Zuko.
Yeah, Fire Dad was way too ego crazy for that. He drove Azula mad, even though he did clearly favor her. Poor little Zuko got screwed over from the beginning.
Can you imagine your dad saying that while your sister was born lucky, you were just lucky to be born?
I can't
Damn.
imagine my dad saying anything to me.
Oh, right. Well, despite this, Zuko was desperate to prove
That's kind of
himself.
harsh.
What a
Holy
fine work
shit.
ethic.
But he's screwed up by talking out of turn in a
Right.
big boy meeting.
What?
So naturally, his dad took him aside.
Zuko's
sat him down,
91?
and taught him the importance of respecting others.
Oh, 16 and
Oh,
okay.
wait, just kidding. He burned his friggin' face
I
off.
was so confused.
Holy shit.
With his new scar came a new mission. Zuko would hunt down the elusive Avatar, the one threat to his
Yep.
nation's rule, to prove himself to his father and regain his honor.
Which is just a nice way of saying he was banished so he could never come back. Just like my dad didn't.
Though, frankly, Zuko did have the talent and training he needed to capture someone even as powerful as the Avatar.
Damn right, he's a fighting
Yep.
pro. The dude's strong enough to shatter metal chains with a kick. He's super skilled with martial arts, dual swords, and oh yeah, firebending.
As a firebender, Zuko harnesses the light of
I
the
just
sun
realized
to
that
summon
means
flames from
Todoroki's
thin
fire
air.
abilities are basically
Wherever
null
fire
and
remains
void
a
because
light
he
in
can
an
just
area that's
manipulate
not
and
too
move them
cold,
around.
He can manipulate or bend it to his will.
I mean, if I had to pick between swirling water around, tossing a few rocks, or farting hot air all the time, I would definitely go with firebending. It literally means you're a living flamethrower.
Plus, it's surprisingly versatile. Aside from simply creating, launching, and moving flames, firebending can be used to heat objects, melt through ice prisons, and even defy gravity.
Is that guy flying? With fire? Awesome! How does that even work?
Well, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law. By creating a rapid series of explosions an inch or so away from the palm, the air in between the hand and fire is launched toward the user, thereby creating propulsion.
Yeah, firebending isn't just about creating fire. It's about creating a bunch of it. So Zuko can make large, long-lasting walls of flame.
And as we saw earlier in that clip, you can make weapons out of it too, like the
That
whips.
stuff's hot, you know.
Yeah, it's fire. You know, I've actually rigged up my arm to replicate the technique of firebending. Dummy, if you'd please.
Another test. How thrilling.
Now, this isn't as simple as just pointing and shooting. Firebenders fuel their flames with their own breath. And using it at all requires a fierce understanding of martial arts.
What are you trying to do, the Macarena?
Zuko's favorite form, the dancing dragon, draws primarily from northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
That's a Chinese martial art that's all about
Okay.
agility, wide stances, and aggressive attacks. A perfect mix of speed and strength.
Like this. Whoa!
Whiz.
Oh my god, the robot made
Defenders
the
like Zuko can
the
generate
little
is
cat
extremely
face.
hot, capable of melting through a cast iron door hot. This would need to be
Oh,
over
damn.
1200 degrees Celsius.
And while Sozin's comet was boosting his powers, Zuko's uncle Iroh
Yeah.
blasted apart the giant outer wall of
Now,
Ba Sing's
Zuko's uncle is like one of my
There is
favorite
no
characters
war
when I
in
did
Ba
watch this
Sing's
series.
day.
He's funny.
Until Iroh comes a knocking. I mean, that's like the thickest wall I've ever seen. Second only to the emotional walls between me and my dad.
Even without Sozin's
Jesus,
comet, which
Boomstick.
only appears once every 100 years, Zuko has more than enough firepower to level a building. That's no laughing matter for any
yeah.
person or building.
He's even quick enough to catch lightning and use his fire powers to redirect it wherever he wants it to go. Kapow! Suck it, Dad! Oh shoot, wait, did he just shoot his dad with lightning?
Zuko's quest for the Avatar led him down a different path than he expected. Inspired by his kind uncle and the Avatar himself, he joined the heroes on a new journey,
Yep.
one of self-discovery.
Yeah, turns out he didn't need his dad's approval after all. He just needed to approve himself. Now that's character development.
Zuko's definitely had a heated redemption arc, and now that he's the Fire Daddy, Fire Lord, his honor keeps burning brighter.
Are you crushing on Zuko?
Fire Daddy?
No.
Yeah, you are. It's okay, Wiz. Everybody does.
Hello, Zuko here.
Welcome to
Yeah,
a world
I'm sorry,
where
Todoroki's so
supernatural is
screwed.
natural, where more than 80%
And I like
of
him
the
so
population
much.
possesses superhuman abilities known as quirks.
And because everyone loves to game a system, there's a superhero leaderboard. At the very top of it stands the ultimate hero, All Might.
All Might's feats and reputation were incredible, a true symbol of peace for
Yep.
everyone. That is,
Who
everyone
lost
except
to
the
Might
hero
Guy,
perpetually
if we
stuck
all
at
remember
rank
that.
number 2.
That's Endeavor, and he vowed to surpass All Might. But his literal firepower was just never enough.
But if he couldn't do it himself, he would vicariously through his own heir. Thus, he made the desperate decision to arrange a quirk marriage.
Basically, he paid a family off to get a wife with an ice quirk and popped out kids until he got the right quirk combo. Gross. Feel like I need a shower.
After 4
Yeah.
attempts, they finally spawned the child he was looking for, Shoto Todoroki.
Half cold, half hot. Literally, right side's ice like his mom, and left side's fire
Yep.
like his dad.
Endeavor quickly separated young Todoroki from his supposedly lesser siblings, ruthlessly training him to become the most powerful hero in history.
Surprise! Things didn't go so well. He drove Shoto's mom totally insane until she broke.
Pouring boiling water on her son's left side, because it reminded her too much of him.
Okay, this is getting super heavy for a colorful cartoon about superpowers and frog people.
Fortunately,
yeah.
Todoroki never truly fell for his father's disgusting manipulation. He attended UA High School, a hero academy, and worked to use his power for good.
But just his mom's power. Why use fire when you can stick it to the man? The man being a big scary fire dad over there. Anyone else notice his facial hair is made of fire? How does that work?
From his right side, Todoroki can summon intense
Yep.
bouts of cold, freezing the air or even creating massive glaciers of ice.
Talk about overkill! And like a good edgy teen, Shoto named this super iceberg
I wonder if they'll ever
something
put
badass.
Endeavor in a fight.
Heaven-piercing
If they do, I have no
ice
clue who they'd put
Oh,
him
you can
against.
just taste the self-loathing.
He can create sheets of ice to slide on or propel himself forward as if riding
If y'all
a
have an
pony.
idea for that,
While he
leave it in the
can't
comments
manipulate
below.
the
I might
ice
do
after
one of those
he's
fights
launched
myself
it,
one
he has
day.
extremely precise control over its initial release. He can even freeze opponents so thoroughly that they are frozen both inside and out, effortlessly causing necrosis and shattering body parts.
Seriously, that's so dark. It's chilling. Talk about having a cold shoulder.
But Todoroki has a problem.
Stop
While
the
he
puns.
is highly resistant to cold, he's not immune.
Here I am. Guess I'll die.
Oh, I won't be needing you this time, dummy.
Genuine joy.
Casting too much ice from his right side will cause his body temperature to drop until he falls unconscious, potentially even suffering frostbite.
I mean, it takes freezing an entire building before side effects even start to show up, so it's not all. Why'd you even make the stupid robot?
That's why Endeavor chose to mix ice with fire. See, he had
I guess
the same
Boomstick's
problem
the
with
real
his own
dummy.
fire quirk. But with cold and hot combined, they could counter each other's weaknesses.
Thankfully, Shoto met a friend who helped show him that his fire wasn't his father's, it was his own. You tell him, Deku. Finally, the full power of Icy-Hot was unleashed. You think you could help my back? Just hurts from carrying the show.
While he's much less proficient with fire, given his lack of experience with it, this half of his quirk is identical to Endeavor's. His fire is hot enough to melt Tetsu Tetsu, whose body can turn to steel, which means it can reach temperatures over 1600 degrees.
He can blast fire
Yeah,
like
the
a
problem is,
raging
though, Zuko
inferno,
can just
or
bend it
walls
away.
of flame to block off areas, and use his evil dad's signature technique, flash fire.
Flash fire is a method of compressing flame under super hot temperatures before releasing it in a single strike. Endeavor can also shape his fire, use it to cling to walls, and fly.
But even if he is a huge dick, Endeavor was kinda right. Fire and ice combined put both quirks at their best. Shoto's one of the best in his class, taking hits from a tank like Deku, fighting top-tier foes like Stain, and
Yep.
keeping up with classmates like Bakugo and Tokoyami, who can block Kaminari's electricity.
And while he's often criticized for relying too much on his quirk, Todoroki is incredibly smart and a quick thinker, reading and setting traps for his opponents in the blink of an eye.
And after all that craziness, he finally patched things up with his mom.
So his
And
flame's
somehow
hotter.
He inspired his dad to
His
try
Zuko's
and be a
clocked in
better
at like
person.
1306, I
What a
believe.
nice story. I wish he could inspire my dad too. Not Mama though. She's already perfect.
Well on his way to becoming a successful hero, Shoto Todoroki no longer fights in spite of his father, but for himself and the sake of others.
Huh.
I wanted to. I'll be a hero.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me tell you about Blue Chew.
And we're back. Okay, so I'm still sticking with my verdict. I'm pretty sure Zuko wins. Oh, I can see why.
Villain, you'll pay for that.
No, wait. I'm not the bad guy here. I mean, not anymore.
Your actions say otherwise. Fire, like my father. I'll prove I'm better than both of you.
Yeah, fire is gonna be completely useless for Todoroki in this fight.
What's the matter? Melting under pressure?
I can see what my friend meant though. This animation's really stiff.
He's just...
Like me.
I don't think the ice is gonna help him all that much in this fight, so that's the thing. The background looks cool, but I can see the models are really stiff. They might have been better just making this a 3D thought, to be honest.
Oh, my cabbages!
Really?
Never intended to finish you with fire. You could obviously block it, but not this. It's over.
Yeah, that's not happening. Sorry, Todoroki.
I don't care how much power you have. I know who I am. I will win!
Then I'll have to go beyond.
He's not gonna win. I don't see him winning.
I am the Fire Lord. I will win this for my honor!
Really? Really?
Apologies.
Color me surprised.
Talk about cool as hell.
Todoroki won.
Please, I'm grieving here. Both Todoroki and Zuko held solid advantages over the other. Zuko's martial arts, athleticism, and lightning-fast reflexes meant that if he could get close to Todoroki, he could likely end the fight pretty quick.
But Shoto's no slouch. The guy may be better at long range.
I'm
but he's been
surprised.
scratched
I really
before.
am.
Like with the super fast, super deadly hero killer Stain. And with all that ice popping up everywhere and his own super sliding and boosting skills, Shoto made it hard for Zuko to get close for long.
Plus, the speed difference wasn't all that drastic. Todoroki's
Yeah.
fellow student Tokoyami's Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari's electricity after it had been fired. Quirks are not magic, and there are very few ways for electricity to travel through the air. Lightning is essentially an ionized path that electricity travels through. Kaminari's quirk must use the same method.
Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari, Bakugo dodged Dark Shadow, and Todoroki can match Bakugo in a fight. Bada bing, bada boom, that's lightning fast reflexes, baby.
All right, fair
While
enough.
Zuko certainly had more control over fire, Todoroki could easily repel his firebending with his own flames, not to mention the clear difference in temperature.
Yeah,
Zuko
I
may be
pointed that out
skilled with
too.
fire, but he's not immune to it, nor did he have any reliable counter for fast and massive ice attacks.
We don't even need to bust out the calculator for this one, Wiz. That stadium is circled by a 4-kilometer track. That's huge! And the edgy ice wall covered almost half of it in less than a second. Zuko didn't have that kind of power spread.
Yes, I know fire melts ice, but not instantly when it comes to gigantic glaciers. Plus, firebending becomes much more difficult in cold temperatures. Sure, Zuko's melted through ice prisons before, but only ones where he could still move or at least breathe. Remember, firebending requires breath and movement. When Azula was trapped in an ice prison so compact she couldn't move or breathe, she was helpless.
But like, Shoto could just freeze over Zuko's
Yeah,
insides
I didn't think
anyway.
about that.
No way he was surviving that.
Zuko might have been an admirable bender and adorable fan favorite, but Todoroki's overwhelming ice, versatile defense, and incredible power were just too much to handle.
Zuko aimed for success, but his opponent Shoto put him on ice.
The winner is Shoto Todoroki.
All right, I'll give it to Todoroki.
Thanks for watching this episode of
Now, I
Death
know
Note.
next
Come back
time
next
because
week to
I've
see
seen the
previews of our
teasers,
upcoming
but-
matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DB merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
I will say this though, for one of those rare moments, I'm happy I'm wrong. I assumed Zuko would just win, given the fact he can just reflect any fire and probably melt through any of the ice. But no, I can understand the power difference here. There's only so much, and I kind of forgot about the whole movement thing. I completely forgot about that. But if y'all enjoyed this, hit the like button below and tell me what you think. I think the animation was stiff. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad because there was some moments, like the hand-drawn ones, where they were realizing they were like one another. That looked cool, especially the ending scene with Todoroki saying apologies. I thought that looked really nice. But I don't get how you could get that good animation, but then the actual fight is just so stiff. It's not one of their best. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean and just saying that could have been much better. They would have been better just using the model from one of the games and then just modeling Zuko. Because I'm pretty sure Avatar and My Hero both had 3D games. They could have just ripped the models from both, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. What's done is done. With that being said, I want each and every single one of you to stay awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.